Hello, everyone, and welcome to Traffic Corner Tuesday. My name is Paula Kerr, a Client Relationship Manager here at SPAC Enterprise, and I'll be your host for today's webinar. Today, we're discussing how to review site plans from a transportation perspective. Now, before we continue, we want you to join the conversation. For those that have been here for a while, sitting here waiting for the webinar to come in, I've been saying comment, get us your questions, get us your concerns, and please use that chat box or the Q&A. And we'll either try to discuss it immediately or circle back at the end. And you can always email Mike or myself if you think of a question later. The Traffic Corner Tuesday webinar series is brought to you by Mike on Traffic, which is part of the SPAC Enterprise family of companies. SPAC Enterprise consists of a group of traffic engineering companies focused on helping you create healthy transportation systems and fix broken ones. So please visit our websites, countingcars.com or spacconsulting.com to schedule your consult call and discuss your needs. Whether it be transportation equipment, to traffic counting, to engineering studies, we want to help you succeed. Now, today's presenters are Mike Spack and Brian Fiesick. Mike is the creative force and principal writer of the industry leading Mike on Traffic, and Bryant,
over on this side,
is the vice president of SPAC Enterprise and regularly contributes to the Mike on Traffic as well as co-hosts these webinars with Mike. Both Mike and Brian are licensed professional engineers and certified professional traffic operations engineers. As part of our transportation impact studies, we routinely review site plans. Using our expertise to identify concerns and issues, collectively, Mike and Brian have reviewed well over 2,000 site plans for locations all across the country. And much like Farmers Insurance, they know a lot because they've seen a lot. And today's webinar discusses their approach to site plan reviews and will provide several real-life examples. With that, I'm turning things over to Mike and Bryant. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, Paul, and thanks, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, we both wore our plaid today, so we'll get the non-plaid guy out of here. Oh. Actually, we'll flip over the PowerPoint now. And get
We'll stop that for right now, and we'll move on. All right, so just starting now, we want to talk a little bit about our general process. This is not necessarily a checklist, but it's just how we approach it. Some of the key things that we start to look for as we go through site plans. So number
one is what are the city requirements, whether they're in city ordinances or codes or transportation plans or laws of the state. Just is the site plan meeting the legal requirements for ADA and all the other associated laws?
Pre-talking things a little bit there. Requirements, circulation, and conflicts. So
yeah,
now we'll dive into
so the requirements, I pre-talked a little bit, but certainly uniform traffic control devices. We don't want purple stop signs inside a parking lot.
Nope.
Then, of course, the different guidances that come across from state regulations and city ordinances and
obviously any federal, state, county, city, you're looking at all those requirements. What are you required to do while you're out on the site? So it should be pretty straightforward. You either did it or you didn't do it.
Yeah.
All right, so next one, circulation. So what we're talking about with circulation is we show some handy dandy graphics here. Basically, we're looking at how do people get into the site? How do they move around the site? Whether you are in a car, a truck, bus, bike, walking, and of course, segways,
and maybe even bird and lime electric scooters around here.
Lots of things we could look at. But it's in general, you're just looking at how do people enter the site? Where do they go from the access? How do they get to the front door? How do they go from a bus stop to the front door? All those different things that you're looking at.
How do the semi trucks or UPS trucks get in for deliveries into loading areas?
Mm-hmm.
And you're really just looking at all the different conflict points. And this is the fun, creative part of the process, is thinking through the engineering.
Yep. So again, Mike, jumping ahead with the conflict points. So we take our same, we went fancy with the graphics this time. Take our same vehicles and different things, and what we're looking at now, hey, where do they cross? Where are those conflict points? How do we determine, do we want pedestrians crossing in front of the cars here? Do we want those trucks going by the bike parking area? All those different things that you're looking for is just Where do they cross?
Yeah.
Where are they in conflict?
So when you're working on a Walmart, the loading docks are typically in the back of the building, but if you're dealing with someone little less routine than a Walmart, figuring out the loading docks, and gas stations are just a great example of crossing paths, conflict points, of thinking about where that entry, ingress, egress points are, can really change how vehicles and people are moving through a site and getting to the gas pumps and the car wash. And also having sidewalks are important.
Right. Yeah, it's like Mike said, just trying to review all those. Think of them all as individuals. Where are they going? We've gone so far as to try to draw those paths, and just where are they crossing? Do we think that's an appropriate place for them to cross?
Yeah, this is still, I'm showing my age, but this still may be an appropriate place for a few colored pencils and a piece of paper printout of the layout and kind of draw those paths out. You don't need to go to a fancy computer.
Yeah.
So those are the three general categories we look at, and we have checklists of detailed things we look at within those when we do a site plan review.
So those, yeah, like you said, we have checklists that build off of them. Those are not per se the checklists that we're looking at here, and you may go into one area more than the other. It really depends on the site.